Dear students, welcome to our fourth lecture of Unit 4 of Industrial Pharmacy 2, and our topic is out of specifications. So, as the name indicates, out of specification means if our results is out of the limit. Okay. In case of every product, when we are defining the quality product, we are limiting certain specifications just to define the quality or just to define its quality. And if our product is if product does not comply with that specification, or if the product does not come into that limits, then means it is out of the specifications. Okay. If the analytical results of a batch or material is outside of the established specification range, then it is called as OOS or out of specifications, and it includes all the suspected results that may fall outside the predetermined specifications, and it is detected during the analytical procedure. Okay. For example, if we are manufacturing the tablet, in case of tablet, after the production of the tablet, then quality control testing will be performed on that formulation, and in case of quality control testing, there will be a testing for weight variation, there will be a testing of content uniformity, dissolution testing, disintegration testing, friability testing, and in before performing this testing, we have to see the specifications or we have to see the limits. Okay. If in case of weight variation, there are certain limits. If the tablet weight is so and so, then there will be this percent variation will be allowed. If the tablet weight is this, then there is percent friability, this limit of friability will be allowed. For the oral release the dosage form, there will be a dissolution time of this, there will be this amount, this is a hardness time, this is the friability check. So, there are different specification or different limits for each of the parameters. Okay. For the dissolution testing, there is different specification. For the disintegration, there is different specifications. In case of different types of tablet, they show the different disintegration time. Enteric coated tablets show the different disintegration time. Okay. So, if our product is showing, it does not showing the compliance with that specification, with that limits that we have specified previously, then it will be treated as a inadequate quality product, or it will be treated as a poor quality product. And if it is so, we can say this, the product is out of specifications. Okay. So, if the analytical results of a batch or a material is outside the pre-established specification range, then it will be called as OOS. Okay. And it will be treated as a OOS product. Okay. And these OOS are detected during the analytical procedure. When we will perform the analytical testing on the product, then only we can detect the OOS. So, next coming on the reasons for OOS. There are certain reasons for the out of specifications, and these reasons include, first is laboratory errors, second is process related errors, and third one is sample related errors. Okay. For laboratory errors will be related to the process that will be performed in the laboratories. Process related errors are the errors that are related to the whole process, and sample related errors are related to the sample. Okay. So, first is laboratory errors. Laboratory errors will include the method of analysis, the use of instrument, calculation, analytical techniques, personal handling techniques. Okay. In the case of method of analysis, if we are choosing the wrong method of analysis, okay, then there can be a laboratory errors. means with the means due to the wrong method, due to the wrong selection of method of analysis, there can be error, and that will be laboratory error. Use of instrument, if we can't we are unable to use the instrument properly, we can't use the instrument efficiently, then there can be a errors, and this error will be related to the laboratory. So, it is classified into the laboratory errors. Next is calculation. When we are calculating the amount of raw material, the amount of intermediate material, or the amount of other chemicals that are used in the production of pharmaceutical product or any product, if there is error in the calculation, then there can be error, and this error will be related to the laboratory error. Analytical technique, if we are choosing the wrong analytical technique, if we are unable to perform the analytical testing properly, then there can be error in the laboratory, and this will be laboratory error. And last is personal handling technique. Okay. If the professional or the personnel that is working in the laboratory, that is inefficient, that lacks the training to perform that analytical testing or to perform that procedure, then there can be a error. Okay. So, the reason of OOS includes the laboratory errors, and the laboratory error include the wrong selection of method of analysis, improper use of instrument, okay, their calculation, analytical techniques, and deviation in the personal handling techniques or improper handling techniques. Okay. Next is process related errors. Okay. Process related errors will include the operational error, equipment failure, deviation from the validated procedure, poor quality of the raw materials, poor intermediate quality, and last is failure of in process control during the manufacturing. Okay. Process related errors means the errors which are related to the process, the errors which are related to the whole process. In the whole process, there are various chances of errors, okay, and that can be due to the improper operation, due to the wrong operation, due to the equipment failure, if equipment stops working, deviation from the validated procedure. See, we are manufacturing the product according to the validated procedure. If we are not following the procedure properly, and if deviation from the validated procedure exists, then there can be a process related error. Poor intermediate quality, the raw material or the intermediate whatever we are using in manufacturing the product, if that is of poor quality, then there can be a error, or then there can be a out of specification, means then our product does not comply to the quality, and it can show the OOS result. Failure of in process control during the manufacturing. Okay. Whenever we are manufacturing the product, then we have to go certain in process testing or in process control parameters, and if we are fail to ensure that in process control, then there can be out of specification, then our product can does not show the compliance with the quality standards, with the specification that we have pre-established, and then there can be a error that will be due to the process related. Okay. So, process related errors will include the operational error, equipment failure, deviation from the validated procedure, poor quality of raw material, poor intermediates quality, and failure of in process control during the manufacturing. So, these all problems are related to the process. So, these are defined as the process related errors. Next error is sample related error. Okay. So, as the name indicate, these error will related to the sample whatever we are using. If our sample is poor quality, if we are choosing the poor sampling technique, we are not choosing the adequate sampling technique, we are not properly handling the sample, we are not properly measuring the sample, then there can be a sample related error. If there is a mix up of samples, then there can be sample related errors. If the labels of the sample is incorrect, then there can be sample related errors. Okay. So, the reasons of so whatever we have what we have discussed, we have discussed the reasons of OOS, and the reasons of OOS includes the laboratory errors, the process related errors and sample related errors. Okay. Laboratory errors will be related to the laboratory. Okay. The means whatever the operation we are doing in the labs, the errors related to that are known as laboratory errors. Next is process related errors, means the errors which all are related to the process. Sample related errors, the errors which are related to the samples are sample related errors. Laboratory errors will include the method of analysis, the use of instrument, calculation, improper analytical technique and improper personal handling techniques. The process related errors can be due to operational errors, can be due to equipment failure, it can be due to deviation from the validated procedure, can be due to poor quality of the raw material. The process related error can be due to the poor intermediate quality and also due to the failure of in process control during the manufacturing process. Last error is due to the sample related errors due to the samples, and these errors will include the poor sampling techniques, the poor handling of the sample, poor sample measurement and mixing of the sample, and last is incorrect labeling of the samples. Okay. These all are the errors that can be the reasons for the OOS or out of specifications. Next is guidelines for detection of OOS. We have certain guidelines for the detection of out of specifications, and these guidelines include, first is MHRA and second is CDER. Okay. MHRA means Medicines and Healthcare Product Regulatory Agency. These guidelines are according to the UK. Okay. These are UK guidelines for the OOS, out of specification. MHRA is the Drug Regulatory Authority of the UK. It is the regulatory agency of UK. Okay. So, these guidelines are known as MHRA, Medicines and Healthcare Product Regulatory Agency, UK guidelines for the OOS. Next is CDER. CDER stands for Center for Drug Evaluation and Research, USA guidelines for OOS. Okay. CDER is the regulatory agency of USA. So, these guidelines are CDER USA guidelines for OOS. OOS means out of specifications. Okay. So, first guideline is MHRA. MHRA means Medicines and Healthcare Product Regulatory Agency, and these guidelines are according to the UK guidelines for OOS, and the OOS investigation as per MHRA will be conducted in 3 phases. First is phase 1, second is phase 2 and phase 3. There are 3 phases in the investigation of OOS according to the MHRA. First phase is laboratory investigation. Okay. Phase 1 includes the laboratory investigation, and in this investigation it includes the rechecking of the documents with the same analyst and retesting with the different analyst. Okay. In the laboratory investigation, we are, if our product is showing the OOS, if our product is out of specification, if our product does not comply with the specification that we have pre-specified, then there can be rechecking of the document with the same analyst, means the same analyst will recheck the document, and also the different analyst will also be appointed to retest that product. Next is phase 2 investigation. The phase 2 investigation is known as manufacturing investigation, and it includes the process parameters. It includes the investigation of all the process parameters, all the drawing parameters, all the input or raw material quality or training of persons, etc. Okay. In the case of phase 1 investigation, if there is a deviation from the specification or deviation from the result, then in case of that investigation, the rechecking of document will be with the same analyst will be performed, and if the analytical results will be same, then this result will be shown to will be transferred to the QC department, means quality control department. Then on the recommendation of quality control head, the another analyst will perform the testing on this document, okay, or on this process. And if the results also now the results also remain same, then third time its testing will be performed by the recommendation of quality assurance head. Okay. And after the 3 times testing, the results will be compiled and the average of the results are taken, and depending on that result, a report will be performed that whether our results are in compliance with the OOS or OOS is invalidated. Okay. This is the phase 1 testing or laboratory investigation. Next is phase 2 investigation, that is all related to the manufacturing procedure. Okay. This manufacturing, whatever the product we are manufacturing, all the process parameters that we are using in it. If we are using the dryers, then in case of dryer, what drying parameters we have used, what temperature conditions we have used, what is the temperature of the air that we have used, what is the speed of the air that flows at certain velocity in the drying chamber. Okay. Whatever the input the raw material quality we have used, and if the persons undergoes the specific training for that manufacturing process or not. These all parameters are investigated in the phase 2 investigation according to the MHRA. Next is the last investigation, that is phase 3 investigation. This phase 3 investigation is also known as extended manufacturing investigation. Okay. In this investigation, the quality control, quality assurance and production departments are involved. Okay. In the laboratory investigation, only the laboratory staff is included. In the manufacturing staff, in the manufacturing investigation or phase 2 investigation, only the production department is involved. But in phase 3 investigation, that is extended manufacturing investigation, in this our quality control, our quality assurance as well as production departments all are involved in the extended manufacturing investigation. Apart from these, our prototype design lab, our ADL lab is also involved in the phase 3 testing, that will perform certain corrective action or certain preventive action, CPAP. sorry, C for corrective, A for action, P for preventive and A for action. Means in the phase 3 testing, our ADL and PD lab is also authorized to perform the certain functions to investigate the reason of OOS or to eliminate the OOS. Okay. And this ADL and PD department will perform the corrective action as well as preventive action to for the investigation of OOS. Next next guideline is CDER, Center of Drug Evaluation and Research, and the OOS investigation as per the CDER includes the 2 phases of investigation. First is phase 1, and phase 1 as in the MHRA, according to the MHRA, the phase 1 is also known as laboratory investigation, phase 2 investigation is manufacturing investigation. Okay. this phase 1 investigation is laboratory investigation, and it will also include the rechecking of the document with the same analyst and retesting with the different analyst. Okay. Means as in the MHRA, the documents were checked by the same analyst if OOS is seen, and the different analyst will retest the same product. So, in the phase 2 investigation, this is known as manufacturing investigation. In this manufacturing investigation, the quality control, quality assurance, R&D department, production department, all are involved. See, there is a difference between the MHRA and CDER investigation. In the MHRA investigation, phase 1 investigation was laboratory investigation, phase 2 was manufacturing investigation, and phase 3 was extended manufacturing investigation. Okay. In the manufacturing investigation, only production department was involved, but in case of CDER investigation, quality control, quality assurance, R&D and production all are involved in the phase 2 investigation. Okay. Means the department that were involved in phase 3 testings, phase 3 investigation in the according to the MHRA, all the departments are involved in the phase 2 investigation of CDER. There is no need to perform the phase 3 investigation according to the CDER. Okay. So, phase 1 investigation is laboratory investigation and phase 2 is manufacturing investigation. Okay. So, in this the investigation related to the quality control department, related to the quality assurance department, related to the R&D department, and also related to the production departments are involved. Okay. So, same procedure will be adopted in this also. If we are achieving the OOS or we are achieving the out of specification, if we are achieving the results that is outside the limit or that is outside the specification, then we will then these OOS results will be provided to the analyst, and the analyst will perform the rechecking or retesting of that documents. Okay. If the analyst see that the results are same, if analytical results remain the same, then these results will be provided to the QC head or will be transferred to the quality control department. Then on the recommendation of quality control head, the same results will be retested with the different analyst. Okay. And if second time the results are same, then these results will be transferred to the quality assurance department, and in quality assurance department on the recommendation of QA head, third time a testing will be performed. Okay. If the results are same in the third time also, then there will be a average of that result, and on the basis of this result the decision will be taken by the QA head that whether the OOS procedure is invalidated or validated. Okay. So, this is the procedure of OOS investigation as per the CDER guidelines. Okay. Let us summarize the OOS investigation. So, first of all, what is OOS? OOS is basically if the analytical results of the batch or our material is outside the specification ranges, is outside the our pre-established specification or predetermined limits, then we can call that the process or our product or our batch is out of specifications, and this OOS will include all the suspected results that may fall outside the predetermined specifications, and we can detect the OOS with the help of certain analytical procedures. Okay. The reasons behind the OOS may be laboratory errors, may be process related errors, or may be sample related errors. Laboratory errors includes the poor method of analysis, the improper method of analysis, the wrong selection of method of analysis, the improper use of instrument, wrong calculation, mistakes in the calculation, or improper analytical technique, or improper personal handling techniques. Means the personal working in the laboratory are inefficient or lacks training. Process related errors include the operational errors, equipment failure or deviation from the validated procedure, poor quality of raw materials, poor intermediates quality, and last is failure of in process control during the manufacturing. Okay. Sample related errors is due to poor sampling technique, due to the poor handling of sample, due to the poor sample measurement, due to the mixing of samples, or due to the incorrect labeling of the samples. Okay. Last is guidelines for the detection of OOS, and the investigation of OOS can be done by the two ways, can be done by the two guidelines. There are two types of guidelines for the investigation of OOS. These are MHRA UK guidelines for OOS, and second is CDER USA guidelines for OOS. MHRA is Medicines and Healthcare Product Regulatory Agency, and CDER is Center for Drug Evaluation and Research USA guidelines for OOS. In the MHRA guideline OOS investigation, as per MHRA, there are three phases of investigation. Phase 1 investigation, that is laboratory investigation, and this laboratory investigation will include the rechecking of the document with the same analyst and retesting with the different analyst. Okay. Phase 2 investigation will include manufacturing investigation, and it includes the process parameters, it includes the drying parameters, it includes the input raw material quality as well as training of the persons. Last is phase 3 investigation. Phase 3 investigation is known as the extended manufacturing investigation, and in this all the department of the manufacturing industry are involved, right from the R&D department, production department, quality control, quality assurance, our prototype design lab, analytical development lab, all are involved in the CAPA action. Okay. Corrective action and preventive action. Okay. Next is OOS investigation as per the CDER. Okay. So, this investigation includes two phase testing. First is phase 1, phase 2. In the phase 1 testing, that is laboratory investigation, it includes the rechecking of the documents with the same analyst and retesting with the different analyst. Okay. In this, if our product is out of specification, if our product does not show the compliance with the specification, then the results will be intimated to the quality control department, and on the recommendation of quality control department, the quality analyst will perform the testing, and if the quality the different analyst will see the results are same, then this will be reported to the QA, and on the recommendation of QA, the results will be the retesting will be again performed, and on the basis of all the three testings, the a report will be prepared that whether we have to go for phase 2 testing or not. And if we have to go for phase 2 testing, that it will be manufacturing investigation, and it includes quality control department, quality assurance department, R&D department, production department, all the departments are involved in the phase 2 investigation of the CDER. Thank you.